Other news, the Port of Corpus Christi has just received a state grant for nearly $5.5 million from the Texas Department of Transportation. The grant is said to be for safety improvements to the Joe Fulton International Trade Corridor and Rincon Road leading to the Rincon Industrial Complex. The program that's funding the grant is aimed at increasing the safety of roads around all Texas seaports. Vehicle title fees, driver's license fees, and vehicle inspections all help to pay for that grant program.